Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow, comment live, or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. Freddie, you have to get up. We've got a morning show to do.
Just give me 5 more minutes. Where'd I put my hat?
Come on, Freddie. You don't have time. Get out of bed.
I can never find my hat when I need it.
We'll get the hat at the studio. Let's go. Pour yourself some coffee and get to the studio because it's time for the morning show.
Now where's my bell?
Space travelers will be wild. Wake up, America!
Now that he blew up the system. How did you like that version of Aliens?
You know, the more I watch it, the more it's growing on me, I have to say.
It's a good song. I
It's
think
really
we should
good.
play
You
it.
really need to pay attention. I want to hear I can hear Johnny more. I want to
I
hear the
have
vocals of
that
Donna.
version. I have that version today.
But, wow.
Baxton put that together. I wrote it. Baxton put the video together. Shut up, you. Listen, there's no difference between what I did and what you did, right? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it, yes?
Look how nice Baxton looks. I was on the phone this morning with a new crew member, and you walk in, and I'm thinking, wow.
He looks almost dateable.
Look at this man.
Oh my God!
Good thing you got surprises coming tomorrow, my friend.
I made a joke with my gym trainer
Use your mic.
saying that I was going to call up for work tomorrow.
He's crazy.
Oh no, people having the worst thing possible. Where's Baxton? Nobody knows.
We got lunch coming in. We got Casey's going to make you a cake. She's going to drop it off tomorrow morning before she goes to work. I shouldn't know that until just now, but yeah, you know.
Are you going to
And that's when she adds the rat poison in it.
What time's your break? And she's going to too.
No,
And then
we can't have her do anything. She's coming in after it's over.
she's got to come in early. She will. She'll drop it off early. We got to get Baxton a cake. What's your favorite kind of cake?
Nothing
impossible, please.
I prefer the German the chocolate cake with the molten center. Mwah!
Wow, it's that laugh, Nathan,
It's
that gets
just
you every
like-
time.
It's just like any kind of cake.
She
She's
needs
gonna get the
coffee.
coffee, yes. I told you needed it.
Wait, where's she going? Oh, I thought I upset her for a second. I'm like,
She needs coffee.
You probably did upset.
Do you ever feel as if the more we make progress in society, the more we're going to end up going back to the beginning of
Yes.
farm to table food,
No,
plant nutrition,
no.
holistic healing, like our ancestors used to do,
Listen, the
and the
more
aliens
we
are sending the messages?
the more we advance, the more the ones making the money that are going to be replaced will do what they have to do to keep you down.
That's a problem.
Like the light bulbs, Pure Light.
Yeah.
Pure Light does so many different things besides give you plenty of light at a fraction of the electricity that everything else does. But it does more. And if you go to purelight.com, you can read it. And if you use the password RUSS, R-U-S-S, you get a 20% discount. But if you look at what this light bulb does and where the technology of this thing comes, which I still don't understand where it came from.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
It's
Every single
nuts.
time you go in the bathroom and you're like, ah.
So to answer your question, the more we do, the more we suppress the goodness of it. I don't get it.
Do you feel like you've become desensitized to goodness because there's so much negativity
No.
that when you hear
Oh,
goodness,
don't say that. Don't
no,
be
I'm asking you.
desensitized.
I'm
Well, no,
asking you,
I
have you
want- I
become
still- I want-
desensitized?
I hope not.
I myself, I strive to be the best version of myself, but I don't want people to walk all over me.
No. Like, I do think this kind of, you talk about people walking all over you, I think that ties back to our conversation we had yesterday about expectations.
That was a good one. We came up with a word to replace.
Right, to replace expectations is negotiations.
Wait, what?
So that we may have expectations, but with that, you negotiate so everything is fair on both sides.
You have to
Try be.
negotiate because if you expect something and you don't get it, you're going to be disappointed. But if you negotiate something that you expected, you're probably going to come in at least half satisfied.
You know, you've taught me a lot that you may think the opportunity is here, but the opportunity may be here, it may be here, it may be here.
The opportunity of negotiations is here, but the real deal, you can't see it. It's over here. You got to find the deal. And that is the problem in business. Everybody deals here on the open, what you see. But the real solution to problems is over here. And that's true in life. If you look at what's going on around the world right now, everybody is so egocentric about they're right and you're wrong, and that's not helping anybody. Anybody.
It's true. I went to an event last night. It's 100 plus women who care. It was the South Palm Beach
did you
chapter.
talk?
No, hopefully, I know, but it's okay. There were 3 foundations that presented really, really great causes. Last quarter's foundation that won was for families whose children have cancer and what they're going through. And they came away with probably about $10,000. It was about $7,000 from the foundation. And then Best Buy's family, they match at 50%. So this foundation came away with about $10,000 from last quarter. This foundation was Horses with Heart.
Aw.
And it's giving kids the opportunity to be in control of something who have come from bad situations and rough childhood, to ride the horses, to control the horses, to lead the horses, to really feel
Sounds
empowered
like
over a
something my mom
1,200-pound
would be
animal.
Really, really into.
Yeah, you
Like
should.
animal
You should
therapy.
give it. You should give that website to your mom if she wants to get
Yeah.
involved in that. But
100%.
So that's
these are good
the
causes,
foundation
yeah.
that won yesterday. The other foundation was for Family Promise. That's for homeless single moms and their families and what they do. And they're like, you know, it's you never realize what it's like till you have a child that's trying to celebrate their 13th birthday and you're living in your car and where do you have a birthday party? Or what shoes do you wear? And then the third organization provides uniforms for Title I schools, 30,000
wow,
uniforms
I think you talked about that yesterday.
A
I
year.
remember you discussing that.
for kids that don't go to school because they don't have uniforms. And then if they get one uniform and you don't have access to clean laundry, you don't go to school. So now they're trying to provide the kids with 4 uniforms, 4 tops, 2 bottoms. So at least it gets them through the week of school.
good
Things
causes.
you don't realize, being homeless, people don't think about what that looks like, not being able to afford clothing, laundry routines.
But the other thing, you know, you mentioned 3 great causes, right? And those 3 great causes, and only one wins the
Only
money.
one wins,
but
right.
all of them are winners because they have the causes. But think about this: you have the cause. If they win, you still have to promote the cause.
Yeah.
All 3 of them should be promoted. They should be on the air. They should talk about what they do, on and on and on and on and on. And then I would say you're doing the max you can to promote a good cause.
But amazing causes, incredible women, and we're looking for, I'm actually a new member, they're looking for more members to join. It's $100 a quarter.
That's
It's about-
$400 a year.
It's about $33 a month, and all that money, 100% of that money goes to the foundation every quarter that you donate.
We should put it in the newsletter. There you go. We were looking
I
to
think,
see.
people are saying, oh, finances, but you think about $33 a month. What do you spend?
It's a good cause.
Most people on
Most
coffee,
people spend over, $33 a month.
at Sunny Stop, whatever
Oh
it
my
is,
God,
on
Sunny
things
Stop.
that,
Oh my God.
when you break it down to $33 a month,
It's a good idea.
a lot of women can afford that, and that money makes a huge difference to some foundations.
It's a good idea.
Right?
Good stuff.
So we're going to
Good
work on
stuff.
promoting that also and bring them into the show, which is kind of cool. Linda Hamburger went with me for public relations, and she's a trip and a half. She's
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
It's funny. I couldn't get a sitting with Linda Hamburger back in the day. She was.
I sat with her at
somebody.
dinner last night. Well,
And this one, whoop, and they're having dinner. But I couldn't.
And
I couldn't
Friday.
even get her to return a phone call.
and
but she
Friday
was
night
a-
I was with her at that
She was
event.
always busy. Yeah.
And Professor Watson, he was great, and he spent a lot of time talking to us. So he is a professor at Lynn University. So I'm going to follow up with him, and he's going to share what we do at the studio and our foundation and internship opportunities with the students. I think school must start Monday, right?
Right.
I know
No,
FAU starts
no,
Monday.
No, because
You still have finals
no,
Monday.
Yes. Next, not next. Yeah. Hold on.
No, you have
Next
finals,
week.
but you start
It's
school
finals.
next week, don't you?
Yeah, so I think Lynn and FAU are a week difference, which is interesting, right?
Well, it makes a whole lot of sense. That's all I
Why?
got to say, because it does. So yesterday, Gio, I called him this morning because we loaded up G-Man's computer. He's ready to rock and roll. And I said to him, oh, you're a little late. He says, yeah, I missed the bus. I go, what? You mean Joey missed the bus? Yes. So Joey takes a bus to school.
How cute is that?
That's not cute at all.
What's wrong
Why?
with
That's adorable.
No, that goes against all my principles
Uh-oh.
Your
of
kids
me.
never took the bus to school?
Always drove him to school.
Wow.
And
Nothing.
I drove him and I took him. Now let me tell you why.
Oh, Lord.
I was a bus driver.
You drove to sit with your CDL?
I drove the bus.
And it was one of the worst jobs you've ever had?
It isn't that. It's the kids are wild, man.
Oh, I know.
I think
So-
there's seatbelts
so-
now on buses.
so my-
Here's the
gra-
thing. I'd hate to be a bus driver today. Oh my God.
So my grandson is in kindergarten. He's never done this before. So I said to him, Gio, it's okay to put him on a bus. I get it. You want to be his father and do it your way. I get it. But that's very different for him. He says, what are you talking about? That he loves it. He was screaming at me, we're going to miss the bus. So what they do,
He gets to hang out with his friends on the way to school.
but what they do, he doesn't have friends. He's only been in the school 4 days.
How do you know that? You make
friends.
You make friends.
Well, he said he because normally Joey will tell you what's going on with his friends and stuff. But he's getting there. It's getting
He's a
better.
protective
But
grandfather.
what they do
Look
is
at this.
they put the kids by age. Boys on the left, girls on the right. I never did that.
They got smart.
They got smarter. And then they have them kindergarten first and second, because they will only have the bus until second graders, which doesn't make any sense. That's just a logistic nightmare. So if I got a high schooler in the same school, I can't pick him up.
No, because you wouldn't put the high school. Well, the schools are divided, so
But you're just trying to get to
so maybe there's another bus that does 3 to 5.
So check it out. So my son says to me, Dad, first of all, why didn't I have a seat,
Car seat.
a car seat when I was growing up? I said, what are you, mental? Of course you had a car seat. I don't remember it. He thinks he remembers everything.
Well, you and I didn't have car seats growing up. There was no such thing as car seats when you and I were little, but our kids had car seats.
When I grew up, I was in my mother's lap in the back seat.
Exactly. We didn't
That
even
was the
have
car
seat
seat.
belts. When we
Where's
were
the
growing
car
up, there
seat?
weren't even seat belts in our cars, which is what's so crazy, right?
But talking about believing in goodness, it just, when he first told me that, the first thing that came to my head was he's going to get bullied on the bus.
Oh, Papa.
So I said to him, you know what, I'll drive
You're
the kid
like
to
breaking
school.
my heart.
I'll drive the kid. He says, why do you want to drive the kid to school? I said, because I always either drove you or somebody picked you up. I never had you go through that.
Oh my gosh. I remember, I guess it was Aaron's first day at school on the bus, so going into kindergarten. And my neighbor across the street and I were standing at the bus stop and he says, enjoy this moment because next thing you know, they're married. I remember this conversation. Aaron was going to kindergarten and I turned around. The last time I saw him, we had just moved into this house. He's a landscaper. And I said, remember that thing you told me at the bus stop? And he looked at me and says, yeah. I said, and he says, and his one daughter is married with 2 kids. His other daughter is married with a little one. Aaron was married. And it's like
Echo.
in the blink of an eye, he's right. In the blink of an eye, you're going to go from Joey getting on the bus to getting married.
It's funny.
Like that.
I'm listening to you and I can see Joey getting married on the bus.
See?
You took a school
You
bus?
remember, right?
You ever took a school
Not
bus?
in elementary school.
Kindergarten?
Not in elementary school. I should
Never?
say. So in middle
Yeah,
school.
but with you, elementary could be high school. Who knows?
So in middle, no, I went to so many schools. Whew. In middle school, when I moved to Pennsylvania, the bus stop was right in front of my house, so that was the easiest thing ever, and it was a 2-second.
What
Right.
grades were those?
What?
What grades?
Grade?
What class?
6, 7, 8.
Oh, you did 3 years on the bus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, 2 years, and then I moved back to Gainesville, and then I took the bus when I came home.
Did you like taking the bus?
No.
It was a pain, isn't it?
I shouldn't. My
I-
bus was always late.
Do you know
I
now they've
always
had an
had a
app?
bus that was late.
An app for
An
the
app
bus.
to track the bus.
Well, no,
There's
it's
now an
just-
app, so you know as soon as your kid scans their ID to get on
Oh
the
my
bus, you know
God.
where they are and where the bus
They
is.
scan an
When
ID?
I was in middle school, it was the most organized system ever because on the intercom they would call the buses that were here, so the right kids would go to the right bus. But my bus was just always late. Like I was always one of the last kids. And then in high school, my bus was always late, so I always got home at like 4 o'clock, 4:30 every day,
See, like,
and the day's like over.
for me, I had a very strange thing. My mother, from like
She drove a
lower
bus?
school, all the way to senior year of high school, she drove me to school.
Yeah, there's
And
nothing
this is
wrong
the
with that.
reason, because I lived 40 minutes away from my school. And the reason she drove me in, because she worked like 5 minutes away.
How many buses did you take?
None.
No,
His
not.
mother drove.
I mean, how many buses would you have taken? 40 minutes is
Yeah.
far.
Oh, yeah. Like the
It's
reason
far.
I
private
had that
school.
school was because it was a good school. Yeah, it focused on disabilities, etc., and they thrived on people who had learning disabilities, ADHD, dyslexia. I think every single person in there had something going
So
on.
every member of the school.
And
Do you have a learning difference?
yeah, ADHD. Can you tell?
I never knew. 2.5 years later, I never
Yes.
You have ADD?
Yes.
I think
You have ADD plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both laugh the same.
ADHD is.
Yeah.
ADHD
Believe-
is ADD plus.
Believe it or not, I used to be a whole lot worse.
We know.
Same.
I used to
That's
take
why we met you.
I used to take like.
We got your medical records. They told us. They warned us.
I used to take like medication called Focalin for my ADHD, and I hated it.
Same.
I hated it.
I
'Cause
hated it.
Didn't it always make you feel sick?
It made yes.
Yes,
because
thank
it made
you.
me not eat.
It made me feel not
In the
like
morning, I
by
would
like
not
lunch.
eat.
I felt nauseous and I had
My
this horrible
parents,
headache.
My parents would make me these, like, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then I would eat it the next day with the medicine all in my body, and I'm just like not wanting to eat, and
'Cause you
then
feel
I
like
don't eat
crap.
all day, and then my parents wondered why I was so skinny when I was little, because I didn't eat because
Uh
of
oh,
medicine.
Josh is gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Josh.
Okay, take it
Casey
easy.
has your
This is the
mug.
new
Casey has your
generation.
mug,
Take-
Josh.
take it easy.
I remember when Chelsea was going to kindergarten, she was in private school because she wasn't ready for public school in kindergarten. And the kindergarten teacher called me. Things I remember. I was sitting around the dinner table. So she was 5, Erin was 2 or 3. I'm calling to welcome Chelsea to our kindergarten class, and I'm sitting there, the sappiest mom ever, crying at the kindergarten, at the table that my daughter is going to kindergarten, like my baby is growing up. What the heck? Is that insanity?
I
I
gotta
was
tell you.
27, I guess. I don't know.
I
Craziness.
gotta tell you, because I don't have my CDL anymore, but when I drove my bus, so I used to tell the kids that we used to take my bus.
Oh God.
I used to say, okay, I stopped the bus at a light.
No.
And I said, listen, let's party,
Huh?
but when I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna raise my finger like this. You have to turn the music down. So my bus was rocking. Kids were rocking, they were singing.
You really drove a school bus?
Yeah.
For how
I
long?
feel like Freddie would
2
be the
years.
most.
Why?
I feel like Freddie would be like the school bus driver.
Here in Florida.
That everybody would want.
You
He'd be
did
like
it here in
the-
Florida?
I did it because what happened was I had to coach football to get Freddie a scholarship to go to school. So I did that. And then Gio, I had to do something for him, so I had to drive the bus. So they paid for me to get my CDL. So I used to drive the sports teams, I used to drive the kids.
Okay. That's
Oh, yeah.
different than from
Use your mic.
doing school.
No, I drove sports teams, but I also had a route for the school bus.
Oh, okay.
So the kids on the school bus are a little wild. Maybe that's the only thing I knew. But I used to tell them, listen, control chaos. But when I raise my hand, because when you pull up, if there's a parent there and she sees the school bus rocking and rolling, I'm gonna get reported.
Oh no.
So they
Reported, not
Or
or
that.
deported. So somebody
Get out of here, yeah.
somebody ratted me out. Somebody ratted me out.
Oh no.
You know,
And I
there
had to
was
go.
no air conditioning when
Yeah.
our kids went to school on the
Oh,
bus.
yeah.
No,
There
mine's
were
had.
you did?
I had the newest bus,
There
and
were
it's
no
the long one. You know the
seatbelts?
extra long
When
one?
the kids went to schools
had it.
on the buses, now
My
I think
mom
there's seatbelts and air
Went to the
conditioning.
oldest high school in the country in Livingston, New Jersey.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Where in New
That's
Jersey?
still up?
Yeah. Yeah, we drove by it last year.
What high school? How old is it?
I don't remember, but she told me it didn't have anything. Like
Wow.
it's just a big big building that's all bricked up. And
We're old.
I gotta tell you, driving a bus, you put one of the reasons I probably did it is that you really put your kid's life in the driver's hands.
Yep.
And it's not easy driving a car in Florida, much less this rig. And this rig, you always have to err on the side of caution. So the correct way to stop a school bus at a train, you turn off the bus. You open the door, you open the gate, the window, and you look, and then you turn the school bus back on, you close the door and you go.
I don't understand.
Nobody does that.
Here's my question. Why would you stop on a train track? Because if
Not
there's a
on the
train
train.
coming, but they stop on the track.
They're not supposed to
But
do
if they
that.
stop on the track, which they all do,
Take a
and there's
picture.
a train, then
I hear
you're
the train.
SOL
Take a picture.
of what?
of
them
the
stop.
bus on the track. They will run the plate, and the guy will get instantly fired.
I see that all the time. So what are you supposed to do?
You stop when the line says to stop. Stop here.
Oh no, they stop
Oh
on the
no,
track.
no, you can't do this. You got to stop before the train. You got to turn off the bus. You have your blinkers. You turn off the bus. You're supposed to turn off the bus. You
So you can
open
hear
the
it.
door and you open up the window so you can see on both sides and you can hear it.
Oh, you're right.
And if you don't do it that way, when you get your CDL, you fail the test. So a lot of guys that go for that, they fail because of that one.
Because they stop on the track, and it never made
Yeah, you
any
can't do
sense
that.
to me. Why would you stop a bus filled with children on a train track?
Can't do
So
it.
when I was studying abroad,
'Cause it's
we
wrong.
used to have this bus that would take us everywhere. We were a bunch of unruly college students, and for some reason, they called me the music man. And I
wonder why.
I can't imagine
I
why.
can't imagine why.
It played
Were you-
a song on my phone, and everybody would sing. It was about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and everybody was ramped up. So they said, Baxton, play something. It was at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and everybody on the bus is screaming at the top of the country, oh, take me. The bus driver looked like he was ready to drive off a freaking
I don't know how bus drivers do. I gotta tell you, they've got one of the toughest jobs ever.
They don't have a tough job. They just have to be on point and they got to be correct. And you got to
Get a
have.
headache? Forget
No,
it.
you got to have a relationship with the kids because if you try to muscle children on a bus,
Oh no.
forget about it. You're in trouble.
It's amazing.
I remember this specifically. I remember in 8th grade when I moved back here to Florida. I had this bus driver that really didn't like us at all. She smelled a Cuban sandwich.
See,
That's
she
all
shouldn't
she
be
smelled.
driving a bus. If she doesn't
She-
like children, she
she
shouldn't
was
be on a
like-
bus.
From the front, and we were sitting in the back. She was like, "Who has a Cuban sandwich?"
She only wanted lunch.
Like that's
She was eating on the job.
specific. She said, "I smell a Cuban sandwich." Like who has it? It was like this old lady.
Okay, here, speaking of Cuban sandwich, here's my question to you foodies. We were away last week, and there was a food truck at this brewery. So apparently they were known for the hamburgers, but only Aaron and Ashley had hamburgers. So Chelsea said, "Should I get a hamburger or a Cuban sandwich?" Now we're in Seattle, right? And the
They
woman
don't
at
know
the
what a
food
Cuban
truck
sandwich
says,
is.
definitely get the Cuban sandwich because it's just a hamburger. So Chelsea gets a Cuban sandwich. You know, Ashley's Cuban. She opens her sandwich and there's corn kernels on it.
Huh?
And she said,
What?
who puts corn on a Cuban sandwich?
Huh?
So there's my question to you,
What?
Mr. Puerto Rican. Do you put
What's a Mexican corn on the cob?
Mexican street corn.
What does it Mexican
Oh,
corn on the
it has,
cob?
like mayo and corn.
Thank you.
And, like, hot Cheetos
Thank you.
and
There you
stuff
go.
that was
Thank
all in
you.
the Cuban sandwich?
Yes.
So that's the thing.
That's in Miami. It's a thing.
But we were in Seattle.
It
I guess
doesn't
it's
matter.
still a thing?
They have a thing. Yeah, it's just fine.
I see it everywhere. It looks so good. You can put like chicken.
It's
on it.
delicious.
Well,
Delicious.
They had street corn at the market. It was, I'm sure it was coated in something green, but it was this enormous ear of corn.
Avocado.
I guess
or
rolled
that
in
sauce.
a
What's that
spice or
sauce they put
something?
in there? That green sauce.
Green.
Verde.
I know.
Something.
Something
Salsa
verde.
verde.
Salsa
Salsa
verde.
verde, yeah.
The amount
That's
of
like
food
the
that
new
people can eat
sauce.
amazes
Sauce?
me.
Sauce.
Also New York
They're
sauce.
so saucy.
Saucy.
When I went to where the hell was I? When I went to Greece, one of the islands,
What I went.
I said the guy says pizza. I went in to get a pizza. He gave me a ham and cheese sandwich.
What?
So I said to him, "What the hell is this?" He says, "That's a pizza from the ba." And I said, "No."
A pizza?
I said, "Let me show you how to make a pizza."
What?
So he got some tomatoes, we crushed it up, we did the sauce. He got some sauce with the sauce.
Sauce.
We did that. We put some of that goat cheese. What is that?
Go
Feta.
cheese.
Feta.
Feta. We put the feta, nice and thick, because he didn't have mozzarella, and they didn't know what the hell mozzarella was.
It's a Greek pizza.
It's Greek
Greek
pizza.
pizza.
Then
Put some
he
olives
says,
on it?
"Let's put olives." I says, "I don't need
It's
olives."
not even tomato. It's a different sauce.
No, their tomatoes.
Marinara.
Their tomatoes are this big, but I got to deal with what I got to deal with.
Imagine if you put tzatziki on a pizza with feta cheese.
But wait a
and
minute.
olives
So he
and-
started
That would
putting.
be good.
He started putting stuff on it, like what's that ham from Spain?
Oh yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
That. He put that on.
Whoa.
He put it on the pizza, and he looking at me. He wanted to put olives. I said, "You put olives on this ham, will take your face away." I said, "Don't put olives. You can, but on this one, the next one." So we make this pizza, He's looking at me. He says, Santori, that's going to cost me a fortune. He says, you can change the ingredients, dummy. You're adding all this stuff. Puts it in, takes it out. The place goes crazy.
I want to see like a movie about you, cause like it's just like, who else is like
A movie of Freddy's life.
Yeah, but like.
Bro, but the
it's
place went crazy.
Have to do is film it.
The place went nuts, right? So he's telling the area, more pizza, and then people ordering the olives and all the other.
my
More
God.
pizza, more pizza,
More pizza.
Americano pizza, Americano. So I go back to the hotel because Michelle's not with me. She's not here to witness this craziness. So I say to her, you want to see something crazy? She says, yeah. I said, look out the window. She looks out the window. They're standing outside online.
What did you do?
I don't know. So her and I go downstairs because we had these, they gave us these bottles of wine. And we go downstairs because you got to have wine and pizza. You know how that goes, right? And then they start playing music and they're applauding. Oh my God. It was the craziest thing. But I get what you're saying because sometimes you order something
I know.
and it's different.
Ever go out for dinner with friends, you go to share a pizza, and you got to decide what you're going to put on the pizza. And no one ever likes the same thing on the pizza.
That's why I always tell people there's two things that are very hard to get wrong: pizza and a burger.
So then there's the negotiation on the
pineapple-
toppings of the pizza.
Pineapple, sausage.
Pineapple. Hey.
I love
You
pineapple.
better watch it now.
And that's
Pineapple on
when,
pizza.
and that's when the pizza
And that's how I
negotiation
know
starts.
you're not Italian, because no Italian
It's just
likes
like-
pineapple.
No, I don't order it with pineapple.
Hey, thank you.
No, I don't order it with pineapple, but what you're saying is when I've been in this situation, they order always is the pineapple discussion.
It's the negotiations. Do you do a white pizza? Do you do a pizza with sauce?
You like red, white, or red?
I don't really like white because it's a lot of cheese and a lot
I love
of.
white pizza. Oh my God.
So
I
does
ordered,
Aaron. Let me rephrase that. I like it. It doesn't like me so much. So
What's
I'm
the
saying-
what's the plate? Blades. You ever gone to Blades?
Blaze?
Yeah.
You been there?
Never here, but there's one in Gainesville.
It's right down the street.
Yeah, there's also
I don't know
another.
why, but
They
whenever
gotta-
there's a place in Gainesville and there's one here, I don't go to it.
Yeah,
It's
there's
right
one.
there.
There's one.
You and I should go so you can
7.
try the food.
They got like a
I've
blue
been there,
cheese
it's not
option
the
for the
one here.
pizza. Love it.
I'm assuming it tastes the same.
I'm assuming too. But I go in there and I tell the guy, okay, I'm going to build my own. I said,
Oh, I like to do the meats.
the meats, yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell
I
the
like
guy, you're going to have to dedicate yourself to me for the next 6 minutes. And I go,
6 minutes.
Guy goes, really? I
Everything
go,
you
yes,
meet,
because
I
here
see
we
you
go.
making.
I load this thing up. It takes 2 people to lift my pizza and put it in the oven. I put every meat, everything.
Let's go to
Everything.
Fortune.
See, I do that
No,
with
it's
the
one
veggies.
price.
I'll do that with Pizza District in there. That's how you and I differ. You do a regular pizza with meat. I do a cauliflower pizza with avocados.
They have
and-
cauliflower.
Yeah. that's
Yeah,
good.
so they also have a mod pizza near me on over by the Walmart on
yeah.
State Road 7. So
What's a
Like
mod
meats?
pizza?
it's basically like an organic
pizza. I
kind of
think if you have a
hippie pizza
vegetable, you
place
should have
where
pesto
you
based
go in,
as
you
your
get the
pizza.
size, they have
Like putting vegetables
custom
and
stuff.
tomato sauce together.
You guys are both talking the mic at the same exact
See,
time.
like now you got me craving.
So when you order your pizza and you put all your toppings, Nathan, you like toppings on your pizza?
What do you
When
like?
you finish, tell them to put the mozzarella on top of the toppings. Oh
What?
my goodness. So that's what I tell the guy. When the line finished, he says, okay, is this ready? No. Let's go back to the mozzarella. I want it on top. He looks at me, he says, are you serious? I go, yes.
You see, like
Wow.
I think everybody every time I go to Blaze, people think I'm crazy. I like to put a bit of white sauce.
And red sauce.
No, just the white sauce, a bit of the mozzarella cheese, a bit of bacon sausage, and a bit of blue cheese. God.
That's nothing. That's just the beginning of the.
I love.
That's the beginning of the pizza.
Actually, you need to open a food truck.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I want to open a gluten-free food truck.
A gluten-free food
Gluten-free?
truck. All right, you want to take a commercial break?
Yes.
More to come on the other side
You
of
want to
this
give
commercial.
out a certificate?
For 388? Absolutely. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio B, and win a $25 gift certificate to this amazing restaurant, 388 by Mr. Sal, right here in Boca Raton. Amazing Italian restaurant, and we'll fill you in on what we're going to be doing next as an event. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft, silk, touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty region pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Do you have diabetes? If you have insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. With a CGM, you can continuously track your levels and trends, spend more time in range, significantly lower your A1C, and share important data with loved ones and caregivers. Most importantly, a CGM eliminates the one thing most people with diabetes hate: painful finger sticks. Take charge of your health. Order your new continuous glucose monitor today. If you use insulin and have seen your diabetes care provider within the last 6 months, you may qualify for a CGM today. We'll do all the insurance paperwork and deliver your new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost to you. Medicare and most insurances cover continuous glucose monitors, so don't wait. Have your insurance handy and call the CGM Health Hotline now.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer, and we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case, and they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-613-3597. 800-613-3597. 800-613-3597. That's 800-613-3597.
Welcome to the Chocolate Spectrum, nestled in the heart of Jupiter, Florida, where every sweet indulgence tells a story of hope. Founded by Valerie Herskowitz for her son Blake, who is on the autism spectrum, the family-owned Artisan Chocolate Company has been spreading joy since 2013. Here, individuals with autism and other developmental disabilities are empowered with training and employment opportunities, which not only give them purpose, but also teach valuable skills. Support a greater cause with your exquisite treat by shopping in-store or online at shop.thechocolatespectrum.com, with shipping nationwide all year round, or call at 561-277-9886. The Chocolate Spectrum, where every bite makes a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Working hard. You're working hard. I'm excited though. Remember the product we had Kaizen in the other day, the electrolyte and a coffee supplement?
I love that product.
We're going to be getting a promo code that we can now offer to all of our viewers and listeners to know that it comes from the cafe.
That product actually does hydrate you.
That's what I'm drinking actually right now instead of the coffee, which is, can you believe I'm actually spacing out my coffee now. 1 in the morning, this mid-morning, and then I'll do my coffee in a little bit instead of all caffeine loaded in the morning.
Well, I have that big tub of water that I'm drinking. I'm drinking water again. You know that I got on the phone yesterday with Roy, a connection from Netflix up in New York, And I ended up walking around the block, and by the time the conversation was over, I realized I walked 2 blocks.
I was wondering where you were. I'm looking around. I'm thinking, don't know where he went. Couldn't find you.
Roy called me, and it's hard to get him because he's always flying around all over the place. And he gave me a word of advice. He says, do not get into the movie business. Movie business is really hard right now.
I think a lot of businesses are hard right now. But it's funny, so I was at this event last night talking about how I think business has changed, and they say, really, how? Our business hasn't changed, and I'm thinking that's so interesting. Certain businesses have and certain businesses haven't. Like home health companies, their business hasn't changed because people continue to get older and need services, so their business has not changed.
Yeah, but their business has changed because the services provided are not the same the way they were a year ago or 2 years ago. Absolutely not.
Well, how do you think they've changed?
Well, I do a show. I've been doing the show for years, and I've seen the amount of services go down. The cultures have changed. We've become more Latino-based here in Florida, so they need people who can speak the languages. And people don't want to work in Miami. You know, I need nurses right now. What do they call them? CNAs? What do they call that? CNA? To go into Miami. I got a job opening. Nobody wants to work.
They don't want to work in Miami. They don't want to drive down. Miami's a whole different culture, for sure. Miami's a different culture. So if you're located in Miami and you are a CNA or looking to work with patients, let us know, and we will get you in touch with the proper channels.
We'll hook you right up.
Right?
We'll hook you right up. But the culture has changed. The real estate game has changed. It starts today about how you're going to sell a house in Florida. Interest rates, inflation fell below 3% for the first time since 2021.
Ever feel like we're being manipulated by the media? Ever feel like we're being manipulated like puppets because they can say anything they want?
They can.
There's always a study that shows something that the way it works for people, and then they just change it.
Well, one of the things that I can tell you that they haven't changed is if you have a business and you want to amplify your business, you have to do everything you can. Doesn't mean you have to work with me, but you have to do everything you can because season is coming. I guess we've been doing this such a long time. We see the tendencies. And we knew we were going to have a tough summer. We said it. We said it to people. So when you're in season, you tell your boss I said this. When he's in season, tell him to prepare for next summer. Now. Tell him to save his chitlins. Tell him to take care of his employees because when he loses them and he has to retrain people all over again.
That's what he's doing. That's what we have to do.
You have to retrain them. Because
I have to retrain
right,
them.
but he retained you. You got to understand, he retained her. That's a good move. But he should try to retain his people during the summer months because here comes season. And I got to tell you something. The food may be great, but if it takes an hour to get served, you're walking out.
Well, usually if food takes an hour to be served, that means the table. We like to have full courses ready to be served. So if you're gonna take an order for the table, you have to get their first course, their second course. They can get their dessert in, that'd be great. Because say you have a lot of tables coming in. If you have straight fire tickets, which is tickets that just have the second course, you're gonna have tickets that have a full course waiting for their second course.
No, I get it.
Because of those
I
straight
get
fire
it.
tickets.
I get the math. I went to a restaurant and Sarah knows the owner, and we walked in. So that's on me. I didn't make a reservation. And he says, you know, I can put you here, Freddie, but it's going to take maybe 20 minutes to serve you. 60 minutes later, they hadn't served me. Not even a glass of water.
Oh, I would have left.
So I said, his name is Ralph. I said, Ralph, listen, I got to go. Oh, you know, I'm sorry you got bombarded. But if you weren't going to serve me, then just tell me, go to somewhere else. Go to McDonald's, go somewhere else. I can't do it. And this is what happens.
Sorry, you went last night?
No. Oh. This is going back a couple of weeks ago. But this is what happens if you don't retain your help in the food business, because your business has changed. You know, the better your delivery of the food, the nicer, like she was just showing us, the better the ambiance is for the
You really have
environment.
to break it down to your guests. Like, this is literally how the restaurant works. If you want a good experience, you should listen to what I'm telling you. So pretty much.
Casey, are you working there tonight?
No, I'm off. I was thinking about going in there to eat.
I don't know why you don't take food home.
I did last night. Took two things to go home.
You love pasta.
Honestly, thinking about going there tonight.
Who are you going with? Take Casey.
Go tomorrow.
Go to dinner with
Maybe
Casey.
he'll take you there for dinner tonight.
I got things tomorrow.
So take Casey to dinner
tonight, Einstein.
No, okay. I'm not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to eat dinner?
I can't really do that.
Why?
The guy I'm seeing wouldn't be okay with that.
It's Paxton.
Listen, let me tell you
not a
something.
date.
If I take you to dinner tonight and he says something to me, he's gonna have a problem.
That's fine. But like, I wouldn't want the guy I'm seeing to go out with some friends.
You tell him this is his last night in Boca. He works at the studio.
Oh, look at his face.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong?
Look at that face.
What's wrong
It's
with the
like
guy?
a puppy dog. It
The
was
guy
like
you're
crushed
dating is gonna
my
be
heart.
jealous over Baxton? Oh,
I would
please.
make a group out of it. I would put a lot of people.
Yeah, see, that
Like,
then it's not
get
so
Josh,
weird.
get Bailey, get.
Forget about it. You're too much work.
Hold on.
Guy's gonna be
I
jealous.
just feel like going out tonight.
Where you going?
I don't know.
You should come down.
I thought you were taking Freddie out for cigars tonight.
That's the one. You wanna go to cigars?
Let's go to her place and make fun of her.
That's what you told him last night you were going to do. I thought you were going out for an old fashioned and cigars. You're not going to be here next week.
We gotta work late till 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Things to do.
Last Tuesday, I went to this open mic night at the community center near me.
Why? You don't sing?
I don't, but other people did, and one guy sang so badly. I don't want to be mean, but it had all the lulling effect of a screeching cat trying to fix a broken washing machine with a jackhammer.
Wow. Maybe he just needs a haircut. All right, we're going to wrap this up.
Hold on a minute, hold on.
We're not wrapping this up
So
yet.
Johnny Melnick is gonna fill in for
Tonight's show?
tonight's show at 7:30.
Nice.
No, I just told him, Johnny, I'm gonna tell you, if you blow on me, if you say I can't make it, after you say yes, I'm gonna come to get you.
You just say that?
Freddie, you need to reword that. You need to reword
No, if you
that.
blows up on me, meaning that if he doesn't show up.
Blow on me.
All right.
Oh, look, you know, it's funny. It's funny. You say these things. Why? You experienced now?
Experience.
All right, tune in today at 11 o'clock to Hello, Your Health is Calling with Sue Kostick and her daughter Grace. They're talking about mental health awareness and the importance of expressing what's going on and why it really impacts your health. Gotta share
Mental
the
health?
information. Mental health, yep.
We
Things are so different. Buses have AC and seat belts, and mental health is an important aspect to
What do you
consider.
got on your bus?
Emotional health, or you get all of it.
We have a she posted something. We have somebody that's going to be coming in on Monday that uses certain techniques to remove stress from your body.
Is that why you found them for me?
Yeah.
Do you know, Dawn DeMarco Book was doing her show yesterday, and her guest, her story is incredible, Kimberly. And I'm walking around doing whatever, and she says, before Dawn's show, she says, Dawn, can you bottle up your calmness?
Oh, please.
And I looked at her and I said, excuse me? She said, you walk around here so calm. Can I have some of that? The book fell off of her chair. She high-fived me, and she's like, you got to be kidding. So see what's going on inside? You have no idea what the perception is people have on you on the outside.
Mount St. Dawn, she was so anxious about something she had to do last night.
Which
That's
I didn't
good,
end
though.
up doing.
You hid
but
it well.
apparently I
You
hide
hide
it well, which is not always good.
Why?
Because hiding it means you're internalizing it, and that's not such a good thing either.
Why?
Why? Because it wreaks havoc on your body.
How?
Yeah, exactly. Because as somebody who has 10 times the stress and anxiety every day,
That's what you have?
that's a side effect of being autistic. Is that autistics have a higher base stat of stress and anxiety.
I think we should stop labeling people.
I think so too.
I
but
think maybe if you stop thinking that, it won't occur as much.
Yeah.
Do you
We're going
know-
to be a label-free studio.
Do you know last night, to change the subject real quick, JoJo had something going on at her restaurant. So they put Sarah Spiritual's show up at the restaurant. So they were lined up to call in.
Wow.
Because I needed to call in because it was slow at the beginning of the show. Then everybody started calling in. They couldn't get through. But I got some news to share with you today.
Yeah?
Some news to share with you. We got some real exciting stuff happening.
Awesome.
I did not know that JoJo lived next door to this person.
Ah,
Next door.
okay.
So this is going to be really
Can I borrow
interesting.
some sugar? You know what they're saying? People used to embrace their neighbors
Oh
and
my
community to borrow eggs, milk, sugar.
now
Do you
people
have a
are
light
too,
bulb?
afraid.
I don't
And
even know
now-
who's next door to me.
Yeah.
And now people, we're so consumer based, I don't need anybody's help. I'm going to Instacart or Uber Eats or whatever it is. So they're seeing that the sense of community and neighborhood is declining and increased consumerism is on the rise. Even going to the airport, instead of saying, Max, can you drive me to the airport? And he'd say, of course. People don't ask anymore. Let me just Uber, because everyone thinks they're so independent, but they're losing their sense of community and outreach. It's kind of sad.
That's why when people ask me for favors, I go, sure, but here's the trade-off that you have to do in exchange.
Wow.
Expectations.
He makes it a deal.
Wow. All right.
Linda talks to the neighbors because I don't. Because I don't know what I'm going to say might be right, wrong, or indifferent. So she talks and she's introducing me to the neighbors. How you like that? But and when we lived at Beaucaire, we knew the neighbors sort of kind of with her. Never said hello, goodbye, or anything else.
Interesting.
For 13 years.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
Well, Chuck likes all of our neighbors.
Anyway.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe. We'll see you midday.
And don't be late.